at like a Hispanic Thanksgiving, dude, it is just like a fest. Like, I mean, you are just reaching and grabbing. You don't care what you're getting your hands into, and there's beans on everything, and that shit's just thrown out all over the place. It's awesome. Like, I mean, it's hectic. It's crazy, but it's awesome. And then at a Black Thanksgiving, dude, they do not leave food behind. Like, there's not a bite left on that plate. There is not a crumb on the floor, dude. The mice are out there like the Holocaust, dude. These things are just skin and bones, waiting for a brother or sister to drop some fucking, collard greens on the ground, dude. But then a white Thanksgiving, man, they leave so much shit. Like somehow there's more leftovers than there is food that you brought over. Like, what are we doing, man? Like, oh, five, four, that's three, two, one. And what's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? This is Shot 30 Podcast, and I am Shane Newbert. Thank you for being here. As always, thank you for watching, and thank you for listening. It's been a minute. It has been a minute, hasn't it? It has really been a minute since I've hit a solo or since I've really committed to doing the podcast again. Kind of essentially took 2 months off ever since Brad died. I posted one stand-up video, which you should go watch that. It's Brad's Stupid Friends video. That's my set from that night. I think you guys will like it. But and then I posted one solo video just to let everybody know I wasn't like, Brad, I'm still alive. I'm still here. Yeah, I'm still kicking. And I know Stevie Mo laughed at that joke if he made it this far into the podcast, which I'm sure he probably didn't. Stevie's probably out there drunk or, he's just out there drunk. It doesn't matter what time Stevie wakes up in the morning, dude. Stevie's drunk when he wakes up. Stevie was stuck in my house for like 4 extra hours the other day because, I don't know, we went to bed at like 10, 11 o'clock after a show. And so I brought him back to my house, but he's got a breathalyzer in his car, so he can't drink and drive. So he goes to bed. It's 11 o'clock the next day, and he's still blowing hot, which means I still have to keep Stevie in my house for a few hours, which sucks. Yeah, I mean, I had to disinfect everything. But Shot 30 Podcast is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, CastBox, YouTube, all those things. Like I said, thank you guys so much for sticking around if you are. I mean, maybe, who knows, maybe you're not at this point. And that's okay, too. But, man, yesterday was Thanksgiving. Today's Black Friday. Kind of a wild, this day, Black Friday for me is kind of a weird one because 2 years ago on Black Friday, I had posted my episode about really being molested as a kid and some of that, when I really like opened up and just kind of like said, fuck it, I'll just tell the whole world. And I was scared. I was scared that day. I stayed up all night long, just like, man, just scared. And then when the first text messages started coming in, like people watching the episode, that podcast got like 2,000 views and like 3,000 downloads in the first morning, like the first 12 hours of it. Like people had like really kind of like shared it around, and it was a weird time. And I've grown so much in my life since that moment. Like, yeah, it's wild. I mean, I feel like I've grown so much in like my comedy and podcasting and everything that I do. Like, if I could talk about the hardest thing in my life, or I guess, was the hardest thing I was going through, like mentally and like depression and stuff, like, I don't know, I always would get drugged back through that dirt. And but man, life has gotten so much easier. Everything's so much easier to talk about since then, and stand up too. I mean, I feel so comfortable getting up and saying whatever. I roasted my wife the other day on stage and I didn't even know I was doing it. And it was hilarious. I was talking about how my wife told me the story that when she was a kid, whenever her parents watched like a rated R movie, she had to go to her room. But the couch, like the hallway, so she could get behind the couches without anybody knowing. And she would sneak out. Ooh, sorry, I got the hiccups. She would sneak out and like crawl behind the couches. And then when she heard like a funny noise on the TV, she would duplicate that noise. So it'd be like a lion, and she'd be like "Rawr" from behind the couch. And but one time they weren't watching like a nature movie. They were watching a Horky Pork, An adult scene came on, and Timmery was behind the couch going, uh, uh. Yeah, so I was roasting her about that, and she's screaming in the background, "Don't say that! I told you that shit in confidence, motherfucker! Literally everything I do is public knowledge. PS what was it? PSA, public. I was gonna say PSI. I was like, nah, that's what you put in your tire. Man, it's 6 a.m. We're up and ready. Look, it's 6 a.m. I'm complaining about Stevie Mo's drinking problem. I got a bottle of Fireball cracked open for this. It's been a while. But I'm going to take a cheers to you guys, and I appreciate you guys being here as always. Let's talk Thanksgiving a little bit. Yeah, let's talk Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is wild, man. Like, dude, we make all this food. I mean, and let's talk the difference in cultures too, because I've been to like Hispanic Thanksgiving, I've been to a Black Thanksgiving, and I've been to many white Thanksgivings because I mean I am white, and so most of my family members have always been white. I mean, my sister would bring home a brother every now and then. I mean, but but that's beside the point. But no, anyways, it is wild because at like a Hispanic Thanksgiving, dude, it is just like a fest. Like, I mean, you are just reaching and grabbing. You don't care what you're getting your hands into, and there's beans on everything, and that shit's just thrown out all over the place. It's awesome. Like, I mean, it's hectic. It's crazy, but it's awesome. And then at like a Black Thanksgiving, dude, they do not leave food behind. Like there's not a bite left on that plate. There is not a crumb on the floor, dude. The mice are out there like the Holocaust, dude. These things are just skin and bones, waiting for a brother or sister to drop some fucking, collard greens on the ground, dude. But then a white Thanksgiving, man, they leave so much shit. Like somehow there's more leftovers than there is food that you brought over. Like, what are we doing, man? Well, like, I don't know. They attack one thing and then everything else is just leftovers. And you know what? I got a bone to pick with my oldest daughter Cassidy. So she's moved out. She's doing great. She got a job. She's got a head on her shoulders. I don't know how great the head is, but like it's just a head on her shoulders. But no, she's got a job. She's working hard. She's doing absolutely great. But when you like, you're getting your feet on the ground, you're getting moving, you're making, I don't know, $15 an hour, whatever she's making. Dude, you better be bringing Tupperwares over to the house. You got 2 weeks of food for free. Take that shit home. She's like, no, I'll take home a piece of sweet potato pie. Like, what the fuck, dude? You should be taking home half the cow. Like, dude, I remember when I just moved out and I was in an apartment. Anywhere I'd go, dude, I'd see a granola bar at my friend's house. I'm pocketing that shit. Or when I worked at the prison, dude, yeah, I'm going to take me and a couple extra apples home. Yeah, fuck yeah, I am. Yeah, dude, come on. Yeah, you got to use your resources. Think about it. Like, yeah, I'll take home a couple slabs of ham, even if it's just to give to my dog. That's one meal that I don't have to pay them in dog food. For real. Think about that shit. Think about that shit. I was going to kind of tell you guys a little bit. I actually had kind of a bad injury. It's kind of weird. But over the past 3 weeks, I wasn't able to walk. Like it got to the point where I had missed like over a week of work. I could not walk. I could not get out of bed. My legs were going completely dead numb and I would fall. They would just give out on me. And it was like the weirdest thing ever because I've had a lot of powerlifting injuries and stuff like that, but I wasn't really sure what was going on. And so, I mean, I end up going to the doctor, which isn't something I normally do. So that kind of like gave Temery like the idea, like, okay, something might be wrong here. But there was one day in particular, I could not sit in my truck. I could not get myself into the truck because my back would just tighten up and my legs would go numb. So I go to the doctor, and then I get x-rays. They end up sending me for an MRI, and I have something called spinal stenosis. And then I also have a rare genetic disease of my sciatic nerve. So I guess the way they explained it to me is like your sciatic nerve is a cord that runs down your back, down your spine and then into your legs. But instead of mine being like a tight packed cord, mine's like spread apart. And then with the spinal stenosis, my spine is just catching my sciatic nerve, sending like pinched nerves feelings all over my body. And that's what's actually cutting off the nerve endings. Like it's getting pinched and then my legs will go numb and I won't feel them. Well, I finally got the procedures done on my back, which, dude, don't ever get needles shoved in your fucking back. It is god awful. 10 out of 10, do not recommend. But it was wild that night. I had one little episode of my legs going numb. But then that next morning, I went from operating at like 25% to the next morning, 100%. Isn't that wild? Dude, they had this x-ray up on the screen. And the doctor's not even watching as he's making these injections in my back. He's watching the x-ray and the needle move. I'm like, dude, don't hit the wrong hole, man. Don't hit the wrong hole, you know? But it is wild how far we've come with like medicine and technology and all this shit. Okay, so I walk in the room and there's four nurses, all with like masks on and like gloves on, and they tell me that I have to unbutton my pants and like pull my butt out and lift my shirt up for the procedure. And so I'm laying there uncomfortable as hell. Don't know who these chicks would. Oh, well, Leslie's gonna kill me. I almost said chicks. I don't even say chicks, so I don't know why I'd say chicks right now. Yeah, there was four women. But no, so I lay down and I put my head in this like donut, like where the table is, and I'm nervous. Like I'm scared, nervous. My hands are kind of shaking because I've never had anything like this done before. And I just say back to like I'm laying there and I'm like, I said, do I look like J-Lo like this? And they didn't, nothing. Like I'm bombing in there. And I'm like, what did I say? Something like, I don't know, man. I just, or I said, am I getting a BBL surgery done? And then they said nothing. And I was like, all right, cool. I guess I'll go fuck off. It was so awkward. It was. But yeah, we've had a lot going on, and man, let me tell you, earlier I was telling you about them little Holocaust mice. I ain't got those Holocaust mice in my house, dude. I've got to assume that these mice have like evolved into rats now because, dude, we have all these poison traps like planted in like nooks and crannies in the house because where we live, it's all country all the way around the town. So they like the mice, when they cut the fields down, the mice come into the town. They try to get the way into the houses. But we usually, we have like those sonic sensors. And then we get those like poison blocks. Well, where the poison blocks are is, I've got probably 10 pounds worth of mouse poop. And they're coming back every single day. Dude, they've eaten through this whole block. Dude, it is unreal. And I can't understand why. Why are these things not dying? Aren't they supposed to die? And I don't really kill anything. But when like if I'm thinking about a mouse in my house or chewing up the wires or like even just seeing that little fur ball, man, I'm out. I'm out. So unless Timmy gets this shit under control, hey, I'm looking for a place to stay. I am. Uh, but yeah, things have been crazy. I mean, oh man, Timmy, she had a show the other day. It was called Roulette or Sabotage. It was a bottoms up burlesque show. And dude, she crushed. She crushed. She had to dance to some song. I can't remember exactly what it was called, but I'll just say it was like the my neck, my back, my crack. Yeah, dude, and she was just vibing out there. She was vibing. Yeah, and she was thinking about doing her next routine to that this guy named Jelly Roll. And I don't know if you guys are very familiar with Jelly Roll. This guy's new to me. I don't keep up with like music or like stuff like that. I keep up with the Bears. Yeah. But Jelly Roll is a big boy. Hence the name I'm Jelly Roll, I'd assume. But Jelly Roll, but like his music is like really like it kind of like speaks to you. Like he's talking about depression and drinking and smoking and sadness and his weight and all kinds of stuff. And Jelly Roll's woman is hot, like hot. She's a babe. And then he said the coolest thing. I was listening to an interview by him. I'm like, I'm curious about this guy. And he's like, yeah, everybody says that the reason why I'm fat is because I'm lazy. I'm like, okay, I'm just listening to him. And then I realized after he says this line, I really sat back for him and I was like, wow, it is so weird what we classify as lazy. Dude, because I have six-pack abs, does that mean I'm a productive guy? He said, I have 10 number one hits. I'm on my fourth album. I'm on the road touring every single day, doing meet and greet, signing autographs, writing, recording music, meeting with producers on TV. He goes, you think I'm lazy? Do you really think that the reason that I'm fat is because I'm lazy? He goes, no. Yeah, I got stuff going on. Yes, I should make time for my diet or for my body, but I am not lazy. You check my schedule. Proof is in the pudding. Yeah. And I thought that was cool because first I sat there for a second. I was like, yeah, you're not lazy. Yeah, you may be a thick boy, but dude, when do you actually have time to work out? And maybe you need those comfort foods and shit too. Like, dude, sometimes, that's a way for people to release. Some people smoke and some people drink. Some people jog. Some people walk their dogs. Some people read books. Jelly Roll enjoys jelly rolls. And he's got a banging ass girlfriend or wife or whatever she is or whatever she identifies as. I guess just because she looks like a woman doesn't mean she is. Yeah. So we'll just leave it up there for, who knows. But my favorite holiday's right around the corner, I'm super stoked, there's Christmas time. Christmas time is here. And why do people hate? People either love Christmas or they hate Christmas. Like what do you hate about Christmas? Joy? Christmas candy? Christmas cookies? More beautifully cooked food? What do you hate about Christmas? What you hate about Christmas is, I'm going to guess, stemmed from your life. Like, maybe, bad stuff happened in this time of year or, maybe something like that. But what has Christmas ever done to you or the holidays? I guess there's, more things than just Christmas, I guess. I don't know. I didn't know that was, a big fighting topic in today's world. I just found that out the other day. It's kind of like people have a hard stance on that, like abortion stuff. And, it's up there with those categories. I didn't know that. So holidays. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. I like Christmas movies. I like the snow. I like cold. I like to be bundled up. See, I've got my big giant 3X hoodie on. I got a pair of sweatpants on. Yeah. I mean, I got my fuzzy socks on. I always got my fuzzy socks on. But I just love this. I love this time of year. And I don't know. It's like people want to take this stance on things. They're like, you're like, oh man, I love Brad Pitt. And then instead of just being like, I'm not a big fan, you're like, I hate Brad Pitt. He's the worst. And you're like, why are you trying to start an argument with me like this? Really? Are you? Do you have a fan? I guess fan page of hate Brad Pitt, like a hate Brad Pitt page. Like, what do you mean you hate Brad Pitt? Just because I said I like him, I think he's good? Dude, like, I don't understand. Like, when somebody says, oh, I love, like, my favorite song, let's say it's the national anthem. And, well, okay, wait. That one's a little bit different because people, like, have a hard take on that one. Let's pick, Our Song by Taylor Swift. Like, dude, I'm like, oh, my favorite song is Our Song by Taylor Swift. And then then the person right across from me, and just like, oh, I don't, what they should say is, oh, I don't like that, or not even care. Like, oh, cool, that's your favorite song. But no, they're like, I fucking hate that song. I hate songs that are like lovey and about, falling in love and slamming screen doors and sneaking out late, tapping on his window. And then they're on the phone talking way too low because mama don't know. I don't know the rest of the fucking words. But it's weird. Like we just want to be like, oh, I hate that. Oh, I hate that. Oh, I love pumpkin pie. No, I hate pumpkin pie. What do you hate about pumpkin pie? You mean, man, dude, it's just pie made out of pumpkins. Fuck if you ask me, I don't know. Man, it's crazy how expensive cars are these days. Do you need to get yourself a new car and you just don't have the funds for it? This isn't even a car ad. I don't know. I don't know why I did that. But no, Timmery just got herself a new used car. And this is what sucks about the Midwest. The Midwest, like, we get like that salt and shit that we put all over the streets for like Christmas time or like winter time, holiday season time, cold time. And it makes our cars rust faster than they would in like Arizona. In Arizona, like it's like the stuff in the air and the sand and shit like that, or the heat. I don't know, but it keeps like cars preserved longer. Yeah, I should have taken Brad down to fucking Arizona. I could have kept his little fucking carcass preserved a bit longer to have one last conversation with that asshole. But nope. And he's like, kind of like popping in. Dude, okay, let me tell you about. So after Brad died, he put together this whole system, like the TV, the computer, all this shit. And well, after he died, everything died down here. Like the computer wouldn't turn back on. The only thing that would turn on was my like soundboard. And so, I mean, I'm down here trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. Like 5-6 days goes by. It's after his funeral. I come back down here like trying to get shit back on again. And I'm standing in here and I'm just like, what in the hell? Like I feel something on my fucking shoulder. And I'm frozen. I don't know what the hell it is. Like, I'm so scared. Like, I cannot turn around. And as I turn around, I look into the eyes of 6'3" Ross, my transgender mannequin. And I swear to God, I've been so scared of this thing because every time I walk down here, I feel like it's going to come to life. And like, honestly, when I look at it, I'm still scared right now. But I stepped back and then turned around and saw a human face. I thought it was Brad for a second, and I was like, "Wait, this guy or them looks way better than Brad. Like this thing is and a way bigger bulge. Like here, there you go. You see the hog on that dude? Dude, I wouldn't want to see that thing erect. Dude, good God, there's snakes in the basement. Get these motherfucking snakes out this motherfucking basement. Man, we're lit up at 6 a.m. Oh my God, the dogs aren't even awake yet. Damn, dude. But yeah, what the hell was I talking about though? Let's take a shot. Hey, cheers, everybody. Good morning. If you're out there Black Friday shopping, maybe I'll upload this morning too. I just put up Big Yeti's episode, and that was from like 3 months ago. Big Yeti's episode. So, I mean, I probably was talking shit about Brad and a bunch of other shit too. And like, yeah, now like it probably sounds really distasteful now at this point. So who'd you guys vote for? Trump, Biden, who you guys fans of? I don't know if I had to pick like a really amusing person to be the next president. Who would it be? Who would it be? I don't know. I'd probably go with gosh, well so many people are like into like doing that Wayfair stuff. So like they're like ordering and shipping kids. So like I don't want to pick anybody that could be borderline bad. I feel like a really good dual president, like first lady and president, would be like Kevin Hart and The Rock. I think that would be great. Dude, if Kevin Hart and The Rock, well, I guess they could be vice president, president. Okay, it would change it, but that would be fun. But Kevin White, or not Kevin White, he was an awful Bears player. Kevin Hart. God, I've got like acid reflux like a motherfucker. Hello, get up out my throat. They're like, dude, you haven't even drank water yet. Go brush your damn teeth. Yeah, we're gonna have acid reflux. The first thing that you're putting in your fucking engine is gasoline, and my engine doesn't run like a car. I think I need water. Water and a toothbrush, maybe a stick of deodorant or something, bruh. God damn, you stink. But yeah, I think Kevin Hart and Dwayne The Rock, that'd be pretty entertaining. But, maybe they wouldn't, maybe they wouldn't. Who knows? I would never want that job. Why would you even want that? Ah, man, but then you got old Donald, dude. That guy's just gritting his teeth to get back in there. He's like, yeah, Mega Part 2. Dude, the new hats are going to have a Part 2, Episode 2, or Season 2. Yeah, the comeback. MAGA the comeback. Yeah. And I don't know, dude, I just keep watching a few of these Biden interviews, and he just takes so long to get an answer out. It's like I don't know, man. This is why I hate politics so much. Everybody's fighting over politics. Did you go vote? Did you go vote? Dude, I had a guy at my front door. He was like, "Hey, I'm running for judge. Did you know that voting the polls are open today?" And I was like, "Yep." And he goes, "Have you voted yet?" And I'm like, I haven't gotten around to it yet." He goes, "Well, they close in an hour. I'll walk you over there." I'm like, "Dude, get the fuck off my lawn, bruh. I'll walk you over there. I'm literally not going to vote for you now because you're wasting my day." And so I asked for his card to know who he was. And I went over there and didn't vote for him. Yeah. I penciled myself in. But yeah. I don't know. How many people Black Friday shop anymore? It's like taking away this, dude, you have this day of like Thanksgiving. And so like you're just eating and you're chilling and you're like watching football and playing games and you're all tired and y'all got these food bellies and everybody's houses are dirty. Dude, I made sure. I mean, my house is immaculate right now. The Immaculate Conception. But yeah, my house is clean as fuck. Because I want to wake up today and be able to do whatever I want. I don't want to be standing out there in line with 600 COVID fucks. Dude, oh man, wait, Black Friday shopping. Oh, it's going to be Saturday. It's going to be Sickness Saturday every year from now on because everybody's going to spread COVID, the Ominent COVID, the Variant COVID, the semi-strong strain COVID, like whatever the fuck. Yeah. Dude, and like people, they're like crazy. I used to work at Menards. And they would bust through the door. There was one year they were pulling the doors apart, and the one guy was standing there, the manager, he's like, "You cannot come in." And he was holding a fire extinguisher, and he said, "If you rip those doors open, I will blast you." And I'm like, dude, can we not carry guns right now? Man, dude, I'm out there in the lumberyard with a 2x4x12. Yeah, because I needed to keep some distance. Just swinging them around, like getting them off. They were like crawling over the gates. Now I know how they feel at the border. Dude, they were crawling over the gates into the lumberyard, and I was just like hitting them with the 2x4x12. Shit got crazy out there. We had a couple of guys that were turning the 2x4s into spears, and they were just throwing them at him. I was like, any concrete block or anything that you find that's broken, chuck the pebbles at them. But they came running in, dude, and they're like going nuts over shit like a wrench set. Normally $40, but for the first 50 people that buy it, you can get this wrench set for $21. Man, I'll fucking, dude, just go out in your garage. You still probably have all those wrenches out there from last year's set. Just put them in a new package or just dip them in some of that like acid stuff that just cleans off the rust. Dude, I don't know. I'll probably have 7,000 drill bits. I just throw them like, and they're just everywhere. I'll probably find a couple of new sets when I move the couch next time. And I'll probably find like a fucking mouse chilling in a jacuzzi underneath my couch. Just eat with a block of fucking poison and half my fucking turkey. Yeah, dude. He's probably having he's probably got some cocaine under there too. I'm not saying that like I have cocaine, like that's why it would be. I'm just making a funny joke about mice. Of Mice and Men. I don't even know what that is. Three Musketeers. I don't know what that movie is either, but I like the candy bar. And candy bars, those are a wild thing. You know, like this brings up the weird question of the Reese's debate. What's the best? Is it the Reese's Christmas tree? Is it the Reese's egg? Is it the Reese's pumpkin? Or is it just the regular Reese's? And you want to know what I think? I think they're all the same exact fucking thing, you idiots. It's all peanut butter and chocolate in a different shape. But I would say that the peanut butter mini cups, they're different. You know, you got to remember the chocolate to peanut butter ratio, much smaller, compact, more chocolate. But all those other like shaped ones, dude, I remember loving those like Shaq Crunch bars. Dude, when the Crunch bar like had Batman on it. Dude, I wish I would have collected those. But you know how difficult it would be to collect those in your house? Like, dude, all it takes is just a little bit of meltage, and then Shaq just turns into just a normal Crunch bar because you wouldn't be able to tell. Yeah. And I love those Laffy Taffies that had like the watermelon seeds or like the big sprinkles. Man, I remember those motherfuckers. And I wish I had a stockload of those. I bet they still sell those. You want to know what my favorite candy of all time is though? It was called a Twizzler Twerp. And I'm going to put a picture of it right here. But Twizzler Twerps, man, those things were hitters for real, man. They were so good. They were like a Twizzler, flavored Twizzler, but then they filled it with the most excellent like goo. They got discontinued in like 2006, I think. But they were amazing, amazing, amazing. And now they try to make these new ones, but they're not the same. And trust me when I say that. I'm not being like a Reese's guy. Well, this and this. You know, those are the same things. These are not. Look up Twizzler Twerps and you'll already know. But it was like the gooeyest stuff in the middle, and I just don't know why, you know, like why does all the good things have to go? They're taking away the McRib. Just when I thought they were going to put it on the menu permanently, they're taking it away. All those cuts of meat, like 66 different types of meat in that McRib, the health benefits that has to have. Why would you take away? Yeah, I mean, you can take away the onions and the pickles that are on the McRib because I order them without. You can take those away, but don't take the McRib away. You know, next thing you know, McDonald's isn't going to be selling cheeseburgers anymore or fries. You know, they're going to be having, I don't know, it's just going to turn into like a Frappuccino place. They're going to be like, oh yeah, McBucks. That's what they're going to call it. No, they already called something McBucks. I don't know. But I did see that they were selling like some new type of burger, which I'm going to have to test it out. Man, I'll tell you what. You want to know what the worst restaurant in America is? And maybe this is what I'm doing but nobody said, hey, okay, here we go. Nobody said to me, you want to know my favorite restaurant? And then, and they say Checkers. And then it wasn't me going, no, Checkers is the worst restaurant ever. It's me starting off the conversation by saying, dude, Checkers is the worst restaurant in the history of America. And now the rebuttal back would be, oh, I think it's the best thing ever. How could you say that? Even though you've never had that thought. Okay, but honestly, Checkers is trash. And it's so salty and so disgusting. I was thinking about getting a replacement top of my tongue. Like the salt literally decayed my tongue. Yeah. And yeah, I'll probably just get this. I'll probably wrap this thing up. And so it's like 7:05 now in the morning. I could still upload this and you guys could still listen while you're Black Friday shopping and know that, hey, Shane's awake. Maybe I'll send him a text, say something sweet to him. Whisper sweet nothing. I could have this episode uploaded before Timmer even wakes up. It's 7:05. She won't be up for 3 more hours. Hell yeah. And dude, I got another Thanksgiving today. I mean, I prepped a Thanksgiving for our house. So, hell yeah. Hey, I want to say I do appreciate you all so much for being here as always. I've got a bunch of comedy shows coming up. I got a Kronkmas, a roast in Dubuque Comedy Bar on the 3rd. On the 10th, I'll be doing a Village Theater, Davenport, Iowa. I'll be doing some time there. I've got a headline show coming up at the Knights of Columbus in the beginning of the year, next year. That's in Galesburg. And then I have a couple of other shows in the works. I think I have another Austin show. But I want to say I'm thankful for all my friends. I'm thankful for all of you. Please like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, leave an Apple review, Spotify, follow, subscribe, hit the little ding bar, whatever, and check out some of the other episodes. And hopefully you guys get hyped up for some more episodes. We got a Timmery episode coming up. And yeah, I appreciate you guys. Have happy holidays. Have fun. Tell people that around you that you love them. Go support Mission 22. If anybody is having any thoughts of suicide, depression, hard times for the seasons, reach out. Reach out to a friend or check in on a friend if you feel like they may be. Or, reach out to 988. You don't have to be alone. Nobody ever does. Go check out some of the other great podcasts in the Quad Cities. Modern Day Overthinker, Getting Strange with Stevie Mo. Ben Woodfield just came out with another one. Maybe I'll put his link on here. Ben Woodfield is the man. Slice of Life, they didn't post an episode this week, so I'm pretty sure that podcast is over with. But yeah, I appreciate you all. This is Shot 30 Podcast. I am Shane Newber. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, and thank you for listening. And I should be on Slice of Life here coming up, and so check that out. And Ben's Gangster Friends, or whatever the hell he's calling his stupid ass fucking podcast, is going to be worse than his stand up. But thank you guys. Actually, it's a pretty good podcast, and I love Ben. So this is Shot 30 Podcast. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And Timmery, wake up. I love you, dude. Eat my ass now.